22. About 23.
Okay, alright, let's cast this so we can make 2 cents before they monetize the stuff for Blizzard.
I don't think Blizzard. I know like one company's already said, come on and say, yeah, you guys can use this stuff.
Hey, go make your $5. That's fine. Go ahead, go make it.
Like Adam Noble was saying.
Uh-huh.
I was watching a stream earlier. He's saying like the amount of money Nintendo will actually make from it is so minimal.
Yeah.
Like they'd make more money by not doing it because the people will do the Let's Plays and have more people play the games and stuff.
Yeah. I know, I think that's a terrible move on Nintendo's part. Oh well, if the game's boring, we can talk about it. Ready? Welcome to SuperStarcraftBros.
Platinum Thursday.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Iron Sparks.
And we have a TvT Mirror matchup for you today on the brand new ladder map, Klontas Mire.
Yeah, you know, I haven't seen this map before.
Neither have I. I've seen it in promotional videos, people explaining the new maps. This is the one with the tiny, narrow land bridge between the two spawn locations. So we'll see if that comes into play in this matchup.
You're a tiny, narrow land bridge.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
Since you said it.
You're just jerk. Introduce the players, jerk.
In our top left corner, we have our red Terran Noble. And his opponent in the top right, the blue Terran, ThePeasant.
Get to work, you scumbag. Don't you know the nobles need their food? This is a very opportune matchup.
Indeed.
You know,
it's like
fate says the nobles should win.
But will the peasants
uprise?
Yes. Why'd you take it from my mouth?
Because I knew. Alright, Noble is throwing down his fancy supply depot, which makes total sense because he is a noble.
Is that a land bridge?
And Iron Sparks is trying to find the land bridge. Yeah, that's the bridge as you see this.
That really is small and narrow.
Yeah, it's a tiny little narrow land bridge held up by the tethers of a Zerg Overmind, which is slightly disgusting. And here comes the scouting SUV. SUV. There goes that scouting force utility vehicle. Do you remember, what was that map in the beginning of Wings of Liberty that had the U shape? And there actually was a bridge at the top.
Scrap Station?
Yeah, Scrap Station. This is what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it's
except Scrap Station made more sense.
Like, the only difference between these is Scrap Station was, like, if you take this mini-map and turn it, like, maybe 45 degrees
slanted
clockwise.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that shorter bridge on that map had destructible debris on either end of the bridge. This is open.
Well,
it's gonna be weird.
It makes you think twice of taking this expand.
Yeah, but I mean, you have
build natural, and then you can always build down for safety.
Yeah, you can, but I don't know. It's a weird map. We'll have to see more battles on it. All right, we do have a wall off from the peasant. He's got 2 supply depots, then a barracks, and back at the noble we have the standard, the required textbook wall off with the supply depot, barracks, then supply depot. Ouch. Ouch.
1 for 1.
Ouch. Alright, so we have a command center going down for the peasant, and we have a bunker going down for the noble. So I predict the noble is going to expand down on the low ground, while the peasant is going to float a command center off and land it. Or, change my prediction, the noble's going to throw down 2 barracks.
You can't predict that after it
and
happened.
have 3 barracks.
What?
And then attack with the
That's not a prediction. That's that's like reading
commentary.
A book. You know, you can't like predict what happens in a chapter after you read it.
Yeah, I can.
What?
All right. Barracks. Glowing.
Factory going down.
Factory going down for noble. Somewhere?
No,
oh, that's right.
It's
there.
in a line.
Yeah, gotcha.
Straight line.
It makes sense. It's noble. Got to build an order.
Scan
goes down. Reveals the under construction command center. So noble.
It actually pretty much reveals everything.
Yeah.
I mean, literally everything.
So that does tell Noble that if he gets some units out quickly, he will be able to successfully apply early aggression in the game, which could be quite devastating considering there is only a barracks out for the peasant. And it does look like Noble has queued up an SCV to scout out and see if maybe this is the first expansion or if you already plopped something down at the natural.
I don't think at this point in the game a Terran would have 3 bases.
No, I mean, you essentially what you'd have to done is just build command centers first, but just in shit. I mean, it doesn't hurt the scout. Oh, look at that! Scan for scan.
And this revealed very close to nearly everything.
And I'm pretty sure the peasant just pooped his pants.
Well, I don't think he's that worried. I mean, he does have defense. He's got the factory going, engineering, barracks. I think he'll be okay.
He is floating that newly morphed orbital command down to the expansion. This SCV is hanging out, trying to catch a glimpse of when it does indeed land. Scan does reveal, again, everything.
Like, I understand the importance of
intel, scouting.
Yeah, but they're throwing away income, too.
That is true because they aren't dropping the mules down. But I think in the mirror matchup, it's a little bit more important to have that intel. We do have the Marines marching their way across this tiny land bridge. These are the special Marines with bayonets affixed, just no horses. And blue Marines do come out and punish that poor little SUV. And we're going to have an engagement here between the two buffed up Marine packs.
But if Noble waits to go in, these Widow Mines will finish.
Oh, they are finished. They might not engage in time. They are down and they are now activated.
So now Noble can't go up.
No, he can't. One shot from those Widow Mines can potentially devastate his entire Marine platoon.
Yeah, they do 125 damage. So
they do. So
he can't move up. I mean, I know he has a Widow Mine of his own, but it's back at home.
Yeah. It's back at home, eh?
Yep.
Back at home. You know what Noble's really going to do? Oh, one Marine does take the damage from that. Oh, another one goes down. Now would be the time to drop those scans. Ooh, that poor Widow Mine.
But the thing is, he probably doesn't have a scan right now.
No, he has used them to scout out his opponent. Now, he has moved away out of the range of the Widow Mine. He's going to be able to take this orbital command down, unless it can safely float back to Peasant's main base.
Which it will go on fire, but he should be able to repair it in time.
It is. This Marine marching up the ramp is going to be BAM! Smacked in the back of the head.
That's quite unfortunate that it only went off on one.
Yeah,
because now Noble knows he has the time to march up a little bit. Unfortunately,
there is a high ground.
Yeah, fortunately for Peasant, there is a high ground, but Noble doesn't know.
Now Noble is playing it safe because he does know that the Widow Mines are on the map. But the scan goes down, revealing it. Will he be able to pick this top one off? He's gonna have to send a Marine up there. There he goes. Sends the Marine up there to draw the missile. He'll be able to march up that now, and he'll actually have a bit of time before that Widow Mine.
Ooh, he does get out
one before. Good hit from that Widow Mine.
This is gonna be hard for
Noble. Both Widow Mines are recharging right now. Supply block on the Peasant right now. SCVs have been pulled to try and deal with this. The front Widow Mine is almost reloaded. I think this is actually going to clear out a huge chunk of these Marines. Oh! More than half the Marines are down, and we have more Widow Mines sitting up primed on the top.
But something I would... he has supply block. That's why he's not making the Marines.
Those two supply depots that were destroyed that were acting as the gateway for the Peasant have supply blocked.
Right now, this would be a great time to move this Widow Mine up a little. That way you get that initial blast. And he's probably not going to scan back here. He's probably going to focus on scanning out back here. And unfortunately, Peasant lost his factory.
He did. It did catch on fire because of the Marine attack on the ramp. Siege Tank does take... Actually, no, I think the Widow Mine took... Did the Siege Tank or the Widow Mine take out that Marine? Okay, so the Siege Tank did come... A scan goes down, revealing 2 Noble. Siege Tanks are on the way. I think this was the best move possible for the Peasant. And,
another thing about this, the Siege Tank, it's gonna... if he wants to try to sacrifice a Marine, it should kill the Marine before the Widow Mine activates.
Yeah. It's actually, I was just thinking, a great location for the Siege Tank. It's on the high ground, but it's not too close to the edge. So if those Marines move up, they're not going to get any type of high ground vision of the Siege Tank. For the Peasant, we do have a starport on the way, which can be great. Maybe he'll be able to drop some Marines, Marauders, or Siege Tanks into Noble's base, which is completely open. And Noble, for the most part, has pretty much focused primarily on this attack. He's just expanding now.
You know, one thing Noble could have done is delayed that just a little bit. That way the peasant wouldn't have known he was starting it.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably won't matter, but...
Yeah, it won't. I mean, I think peasant does have a chance. Oh, we do have siege tanks of our own. A barrage does go down, so peasant has the first shot on this one. But...
Oh, that was so close.
Will this tank be able... What?
That wasn't in range.
Maybe he was targeting the ground? Can you do that?
No.
I know you could do it in StarCraft 1.
No.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah, in StarCraft 1.
No.
No, 1.
I know what you're talking about.
Not Wings of Liberty.
I know what you're talking about.
You can target the ground on siege tanks.
No.
Try it.
You can't.
Why?
You can't do it.
In StarCraft?
Yes, in StarCraft. I
don't believe you.
Okay.
Tanks are cleaned up by the repositioned tanks from the peasant.
He's still shouldn't. That Widow Mine shouldn't have died.
Was it a Widow Mine right there?
Yes.
Because I was thinking that the Widow Mine was in range then.
The Widow Mine was not in range. It was outside of the circle.
A scout goes down right here, but this whole army is sitting right next to a reloading Widow Mine. The Noble will see these Widow Mines moving out now. This one might get picked off by the army. No, it doesn't. That Widow Mine is almost finished. Did he just kill his own guy? Oh, unfortunately, they moved away before the Widow Mine. And here comes the march up into the base. Siege tank not in siege mode. Easily picked off by the Red Army. SCVs are now pulled off to try and do some type of defense. But you know what, Iron Sparks? I think Noble has this in the bag.
We know the thing that the small hope peasant has. He does have this tank over here. Hasn't been touched. Is getting a lot of things. But he has no SCVs anymore.
No, he just threw all of them away.
I mean, there are OP mules, but I don't even think that'll be enough to save them.
Now, these Marines are dangerously damaged. A couple Widow Mines could take them out, but I just don't think the peasant has what it takes to secure this. One orbital command is on fire. Bless you, Iron Sparks. I believe the one orbital command will go down. The second one is moving around. I don't think there's much to be done. All Noble has to do is micro around these buildings. Hellion is in the mix for the peasant.
Yeah, peasant is going to be able to clean this up, but again, one thing he might want to do right now is drop a mule before this is destroyed. There we go.
Mule is dropped as well at the crystals. The minerals are getting very, very low for the peasant. He's going to need to do some type of expand. If he could somehow ninja expand or something like that. The orbital command does go down. This mule rebels. He does not want to work whatever. He's a very cranky peasant. That was a good position on the Widow Mine too.
But it's just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, Noble's expecting them now. Plus, he also saw them move out. Noble has a fully saturated second base now. The peasant really no huge chance of coming back.
He has 0 harvesters.
Yeah, he's holding on just by a couple mules that were dropped down.
We got this drop, but I don't think it'll be enough.
You know, it's gonna be a base race, but I don't know. I don't think. Well, let's see. We do have Hellions in the mix. We have Marines. I don't know if there's any Marauders in the mix. I believe the peasant does have stim. He has stimmed in the middle. He takes out. I think it was a constructing starport barracks. The main orbital command goes down.
But you know, it's not a big deal. This is mined out.
It is mined out, and here comes the red troops. He's got to be very careful. He might be able to go and drop at the natural. It would actually be great maneuver. All the SCVs are down here. We need to get these guys dropped down and stim to do maximum amount of damage. Here comes the Red Army, though. Not going to close. This is good micro.
Afterburners do go off, and the medivacs do get away. But again, back here,
he needs to be building SCVs. I mean, that was great micro, and peasant didn't lose any units in those attacks.
But Noble's not really pressed for anything. He's going to be able to rebuild. He has more than enough SCVs to keep mining.
Yes.
He didn't lose any production facilities.
You know, the good thing about it, though, to praise the peasant, he has kept himself in the game a little longer. He does have a good-sized army now. If he can get those siege tanks in position outside of Noble's natural, and he can draw the Red Army into his siege line, I think he has a really good chance of tilting the tides of battle for this one.
Yeah, he does have an upper hand based on the size of of his army with the respect to siege tanks.
And you know, thing is, we would have liked to have seen him create more SCVs right off the bat, especially after losing his entire workforce. But he used a lot of those resources to build up this army, which is a pretty decent army. I mean, they're kind of evenly matched. If you look at the supply, a lot of the supply that's out there for Noble is going to be SCVs, and Peasant is pretty much all army.
You know, one thing he has to be careful of is this Widow Mine.
Yeah. You know, but if he sieges up and he starts blasting away at the bunkers, the splash damage should hit.
Nope.
Oh, that's not fair. The bunker does fall down. Now, I think the Peasant needs to just sit tight. He needs to let those units come to him. That might be dangerous.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was lucky.
Does kill that Widow Mine with that scan.
The scan goes down, and we do have a multi-pronged attack now. The Peasant swings around to the back. We have them dropping in behind the refineries. Oh, the micro on these medvacs are just great for the Peasant.
Yeah, he's just being careful not to lose it. He was gearing up to drop 2 more, but he decided not to.
That was a great decision. And again, the Peasant is playing smart because he knows he can't lose a single unit.
And he's slowly moving up his siege tank line.
Love it. Now, he might not have another scan in the back. Ooh, this scan is dropped by Noble, giving his tanks the vision.
They're literally just outside of range.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, a mule is dropped by Noble to try and get additional sight, but again, as Iron Spark said, out of range. Medvac scooted in a little bit to allow for some vision. Additional siege tank blasts are going down.
That's like as close as you can get without hitting it.
Yep.
I mean, technically that tank
should be able to hit the
there.
foot right there. The medvac for the red army is doing the same. Reinforcing units are getting blasted apart by the blue siege tank, and we have a good old-fashioned Terran tank line right now.
And it looks like behind this, the Peasant has elected to go ahead and take a second. He has continued to make SCVs. It's going to be enough to mine this out and then just transition them over. And but you know, Noble's still mining off this as well.
And the only thing too is Noble is also increasing his supply count very steadily throughout this. The Peasant, though, who has converted more of his resources over to building his economy back up, especially dropping down those 400 minerals for the new command center, hasn't increased as anything, but I like this drop. Oh, I love it. This drop actually, I think, got out without being seen. This tank is going to go down. It was going to position itself on the high ground, but it is now gone. What the hell is that?
It's a drop. Try to take out the tanks.
Oh, the drop goes in. The blue Marines are moved forward, and a lot of the red army and 50 supply is knocked out for Noble.
You know, he tried to drop on the tanks, but it just wasn't enough. He was able to kill some of them, but that one remained. And so did that one.
The micro was just not good enough for Mo, and the Peasants revolt! Woo! That was a good game.
Anarchy.
That was a good game. No, they're the new Nobles. And then someone else will combine, knock out Peasant. He lost his next game because of that, you know. I don't really know if he lost the next game.
Does he have to, like, change his name every game?
He does. He has to come up with a nice name that
switching.
8 other people have had at the previous time. Alright, guys, leave a comment down below on how you think the game went.
Hit that like button.
Subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. And your support helps us out. Helps out the YouTube channel. We love you for it. A lot. Good luck. Have fun.
GG.
I'm impressed. That was good. His micro is a lot better than Noble's.
Well, Noble just kind of like